Close 11 News reporter Jeremy Rogalski has the story of the roller coaster ride that went wrong and the resulting legal fight.
Sam Nguyen's life will never be the same. It changed forever. In about 1 minute's time, he was at Astroworld last summer with family and friends, ready to ride the Mayan Mindbender roller coaster.
I rode in the front seat because I thought it would be, because everybody said the front seat would be faster.
This is what the Mayan Mindbender looks like when not in operation. But when running, the indoor coaster moves in near total darkness. You don't know when it's going up or down, where it will turn, or when. On this minute-long ride, 13-year-old Sam Nguyen never made it to the end.
I went out to the hall, the opening, and I was screaming out for him.
I know I fell somewhere at the top, and I landed on concrete.
He fell an estimated 20 feet, ending up on the concrete floor.
They had to do a surgery, so they pulled my face down, and they had to fix the bone right here.
This is what Sam Nguyen looked like shortly after the accident. The impact broke several facial bones, fractured his ankle, and shattered his hip. He can no longer breathe through his nose.
This should have been prevented. I mean, this coaster should not have been operating in the condition that it was.
The family's attorneys blamed the ride's lap bar locking mechanism and Astroworld's maintenance of the Mayan Mindbender.
These are all the teeth that are designed to lock this lap bar in place.
They contend the interlocking metal teeth on the ride were either worn down or broken, and the attorneys say Astroworld's own records show a history of those very problems. For instance, in the weeks and months before the accident, park mechanics pointed to inoperative lap bars on 3 separate occasions. Also, a guest said the lap bar came up during the ride, and mechanics wrote, "Need parts for lap bars." After the accident, mechanics determined car number 1 has an intermittent locking malfunction, the same car in which Sam Nguyen rode.
The signals were there, the signals were made by their own people, and they were simply not acted upon.
Shortly after the family filed suit against Astroworld, records show the park did a major overhaul of the Mayan Mindbender, rebuilding and replacing numerous parts on the ride.
But at Six Flags tells us we can't tell you which one came out of car number 1. And in essence, they've destroyed the evidence.
Six Flags Astroworld did not want to sit down and talk with us because of the pending legal action against it. But we do have some idea about the park's position on the accident and the Mayan Mindbender itself. In this video animation, Six Flags paints a scenario of how Sam Nguyen is at fault. It contends the boy stood up during the ride, and that's why when it turned, he fell off. In court papers, the park says the boy told an employee at the accident scene he was jumping up and down on the ride. But Sam Nguyen says he doesn't ever remember saying that, and his friend, who was riding in the same car and holding on to Sam Nguyen, maintained it never happened.
At any time, did you feel Sam stand up?
No.
As for the lap bars that workers are trained to check before every ride, an operations supervisor in a sworn statement described their purpose as this.
The lap bars are there to remind the guests to stay seated, and we don't want the guests to forget to stay seated.
So it's just a reminder?
Yes.
And it's not, you don't feel like its purpose is to physically keep the person in the car?
No.
And you're thinking what?
Well, I'm thinking, are you serious?
Yeah, I think it's their fault that this happened to him.
The Nguyen family is left with a mountain of medical bills. They had no insurance.
I'm just worried if he's going to be disfigured for the rest of his life, if he's going to heal and be able to take care of himself when he grows up.
Sam Nguyen already has suffered secondary injuries. He's on crutches again after his frail ankle gave way and tore up his knee. As his family waits for their day in court, they share in his daily pain. Jeremy Rogalski, 11 Up Close.
Both sides are going into mediation on Thursday, and if they can't reach a settlement, the case goes to trial on November 11th.